Another lesson from 4.1 for Algebra 2 about graphing parabolas and quadratics. Instead of doing a table, it's sometimes, always easier to use these shortcuts. Given, y ax squared plus bx plus c, you can use this little equation right here to find the axis of symmetry and thereby getting you also the vertex. Again, the axis of symmetry is a line on the x value and x-axis where the vertex lies. And using this equation, we can calculate that value, and then with that value for x, we can plug back into the equation where the x's are and get the actual y value out, put that dot, and that's our vertex. Also, one of the easiest things you can use for graphing a parabola is the constant. Whatever this constant value is, that is where the parabola crosses the y-axis. So if it's a 4, it's up at 4. If it's a -2, it's down at -2. If there's no number there and it's 0, you have the ax squared and bx, and there's no number, then the parabola goes right through the origin. So even though there's no value, it still means something. Any value you catch along one side of the parabola, you can mirror or reflect across the other side. That's it. Let's get started. First example we'll look at on the next page is example 3. And looking at it first, I see a 2x squared, so it's positive 2. The 2 means it's going to be rather sharp, quicker increase in the y values than the parent function. So it's kind of nice to get that information, get a general idea what the equation or what the graph looks like. First thing, we're going to use that equation x equals -b over 2a. Again, this is a, this is b, this is c, and we'll find that x value, which will tell us, where the axis of symmetry is. So -b is -8, so it's going to be -8. There's 2, and a here is 2. So double negative is +8. So you have 8 over 4. That's simply a 2. So x equals 2. Okay, what that means is the axis of symmetry is 2. So go to where x is 2 on the graph, and that's everywhere along this line here. X is 2. You mark it in some way to show that you can see it. I have these little diagonal hash marks so that you can see it easily enough. Now, somewhere along this line is the vertex for the parabola, and it's going up, so it's going to go in this kind of fashion. I don't know where it is yet, but to find out where that vertex is, I need to find its y value. So I know this is x equals 2 right here. All these are x equals 2. This function has a point on the y if I put 2 into all these x's. So let's do that. So again, I like to write it nearby so I can see it. So it's x equals 2. So it's going through the equation. X squared is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. So -16 plus 6. Well, 8 minus 16 is -8. -8 plus 6 is -2. So y is -2. So y is -2 right there. That is your vertex. And again, it's +2, so we know it's going up. Next step, go to the constant 6, and on the y-axis, go up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right at the very top. Mark that. That's where the parabola crosses the y-axis, and just mirror across. It's 2 away from axis symmetry. It's 2 to this side. Now we're pretty close, but we still have this location and this location vacant. Like you have a graph for a point for the graph for each number, each integer. So we have 1 and 3, and these are going to also mirror across. So I can use either 1 or 3 to calculate it. I like to use small numbers, a little easier to work with, so I'll use 1. Once I find this value, it'll mirror across the 2 over here. Also, you can kind of guess where the next value is. Here's my vertex, here's the 2 points away. I know that next point somewhere in this range, and over here also. So I'm looking for like a -1 to possibly 2 maybe, somewhere in here. So to find that, I'm just going to, this is the value of x equals 1. This is x equals 1 all along here. Where's the y for this function? Well, I put x equals 1 for these x's, and I have it. So I'll do that work down below. So y, putting 1 in for x, x squared is 1 times 2 is 2. Put 1 in for the 8, that's going to be -8, and plus 6. Well, what do you know? It's -8 and +8, y is 0. So for this, where x was 1, y is 0 right there. That's 1 away. So just mirror across. And I filled the graph with all the possible points. And there it goes. One more for you quick. Let's try to find one that's a little different so that you can see some other things. So on the back we have some things that are a little different. Let's try number 24. Tell by what the origin is. It's a little off from you used to see them. All right, A, B, C. Again, we use a table, but you know, again, we don't use a table for these because we don't know where the axis symmetry is. When we do the table problems, we usually go, you know, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Well, if that misses, it's going to be way off the graph someplace. So we can work around the y-axis. We need to know where this axis symmetry is first. Well, again, we'll use that equation which I showed you earlier. X equals -b over 2a. Again, A, B, C. So -b is going to be an 8 on top. I'm just going to do a little quicker this time. And 2 times the -2 is a -4. Oops. And that gives you a -2. So x is a -2. I graph this up over here. Here's my axis of symmetry. Somewhere along there is my vertex. It's a -2, so it'll be up here probably someplace and arc down. All right, next thing is I got to find out where that is. Well, x is -2. I put it into here. Find the y value, mark the dot. So -2 squared is 4 times -2 is -8. And -2 times -8 is positive 16 plus 3. So this is what, positive 3. This is 19 minus 8, it's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, geez, right at the top. There's the vertex. It's the very tippy top of the parabola. All right, next part's the easy part again. 3 is where it crosses the y-axis. Here's my origin way down here. 1, 2, 3. Mark the point. Again, mirror or reflect across. It's 2 away. 2 more to that side. All right, I want to try to find the point in between. I'm guessing it's in this range, so it should be around, 7 to 10 or so. The value here is -1. This is -3. I prefer smaller numbers, so -1's what I'm going to stick in for the x's. Find the y value. So do it down here again for -1 for the x. -1 squared is 1. It's going to be a -2. -1 times -8 is positive 8 plus 3. I have 11 minus 2 is 9. So I know this is 11. So this point is here. I stuck -1 in. I got 9. Goodness equals 9 for the -1 value. Then I mirror across, and there's your graph. Just draw it the best you can. Don't have to be an artist. One last thing for you is a simple term. Gotta find it. It's on the 3rd page. It's just the min-max of the parabola. For a positive parabola, it comes down, the vertex is always at the minimum. So if you do some values, some numbers, some dollars or something, this would be the minimum down here at the vertex. For a negative parabola, the vertex is the maximum. The values are going up and they reach their maximum at the vertex and then drop back off. So just know what minimum and maximum are with each type of parabola. Good luck.